If you didn't just gulp, do you even like barbecue? If you aren't doing this to your pork chops, that should be illegal. Let's get into it. Today we're going to marinate and grill up some super tender and tasty pork chops. Now, cooking time for this recipe will be around 10 minutes. Or for those of you who love to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 1 beer cook. Cheers. Did you know for every like this video gets, I'll donate a Dutch oven to someone special? We will be needing some pork chops today. Bone in because they look more impressive and act like a handle if you want to eat them caveman style. Now, as usual, I dropped in to see Mick out at Gippsland Premium Meats, and he hooked me up with these 4 cutlets that are roughly 2 centimetres thick. Now, you can trim off any excess fat if you feel the need. I'm pretty happy with these. Pop the cutlets into a sealable container and just wait for further instructions. If you didn't know, pork cutlets come from a pig. It's true. I wouldn't lie to you. We need to add some flavour to these pork cutlets. Into a bowl, add the following ingredients. 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1/3 of a cup of light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 3 cloves of garlic that have been crushed, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of hot chili flakes, and 2 tablespoons of the tongue twister Worcestershire sauce. Other names I've heard it called are Westchestershire, Worcestershire, Worcestershire, Worcestershire. What's this here sauce? Worcestershire sauce. Wash your sister sauce? Definitely not. Okay, since so many people still seem to struggle pronouncing the name Worcestershire sauce, our good friends out at Bear and Burton's have released their very own version, simply called W sauce, or Americans Worcestershire, if you feel like tackling the name again. Mix up all of the ingredients and let them meet the pork cutlets. Whack the lid on, don't forget to lock it in place, and give it all a good shake up. Now pop these in the fridge for a couple of hours. And I do tend to turn them at least once while they are in the fridge. If you've never shared one of my videos, maybe today's the day. Today I'm using a 57cm Weber kettle and I'm pairing it up with 2 charcoal baskets and some grill grates, as I want to be grilling with a dual zone cooking setup, that being a hot zone and a cooler zone. The hot zone being our grill grates, and we want to get them up to a temp of around 260 degrees Celsius without fear of any fat flare-ups. How I'll do that is by putting the charcoal baskets together and then placing them to one side of the charcoal grate. And then just over 3/4 fill a chimney starter with lumped charcoal. Light it up. Once it's all ashed over, dump that into the charcoal basket. Don't forget to put the grill back in place. Then placing the grill grates directly over the lit fuel. Then putting the lid back on, making sure all the vents are wide open, and we're going to allow those grill grates 10 minutes to warm up. Remembering we want them reading at least 260 degrees Celsius. And you can check this with a laser thermometer. Did you know the barbecue is hot because of the burning fuel in it? Well, now you do, so don't touch it. Pork chop grilling time is upon us. The grill grates are hot and it's time to get the chops on, so spray them with some cooking oil and then pop them on the grill grates. Setting a timer for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you just want to remove them from the grill grates and put them onto the cooler zone. You want to scrape off any of the food on the grill grates. Doesn't have to be perfect. Give them another spray of cooking oil, and then we're going to angle them a little bit differently as we put them back on. And this will create that crisscross pattern that we all desire when grilling. Once 2 minutes is up, you want to remove the chops again, back over to the cooler zone. You want to scrape off the grill grates. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Another spray of oil. Have a look at that, will ya? And set the timer for 2 minutes. And after 2 minutes, remove the chops from the grill grates, remembering to keep the same angle that we had them on the grill grates. Scrape them down, give them a quick spray, and we want to angle them slightly different again so we get that crisscross pattern again. Pop them on. And set the timer for 2 minutes. Now, total time over the direct heat is going to be 8 minutes. Once the 8 minutes is up, you want to remove all of the chops over to the cooler zone. And if you've got a safe spot to put them, remove your grill grates. And pop the lid on with the vents wide open and that lid vent directly over our food, drawing the heat over it. And we're going to keep a check on that internal temp. We want it to reach 60 degrees Celsius internally, if they aren't already reading that. The total cook time on your chops is going to come down to how thick they are. And if they are as thick as the Australian Olympic Committee on selection for breakdancing, you've got no help. They'll never be ready. Imagine if you and 9 of your friends subscribed to my channel. I'd have 10 more subscribers. The chops have finally reached an internal temp of 60 degrees Celsius and weighing in roughly 225 grams each. We're going to let these rest for a minimum of 2 minutes and 15 seconds before slicing into them. Now, while they are resting, the carryover temp will keep cooking these chops and they will reach 63 degrees Celsius internally, being perfectly cooked. And that is how we cook them perfectly and keep them moist. Smart! It is recommended to allow meat to rest for 1 minute per every 100 grams it weighs. Resting time is over. Grab a knife and let's chop this chop. Time to glove up, ready for a mess. Oh man, look at that.
Nice.
How seriously moist does that look? Smart! The only thing left to do is taste them. Oh.